One thing I want to talk about is how only the strong survive. And that's really true in life, but it's also true with your body. What I've learned is when I don't do the things that keep my strength up in my body, I notice how it impacts my ability to move fluidly and enjoy things that I might want to do, whether I'm going for a walk, whether I'm trying to work out, or if I want to play sports. I'm still active playing basketball. And so if you don't stay strong, you can feel the difference. It's just harder to, be able to do things. And one thing I really discovered, as you age, it's so important to stay strong because this is one of the things that just extends so many years onto your life. And you see people who end up falling when they get older or throwing their back out or messing up something in their body simply because their body wasn't strong enough maybe to do that movement. So this is why I focus so much on trying to keep a level of strength in my body. Now, some of the ways I do that. So I got my machine here, and this is this is actually the tonal system, and I'm gonna show you some workouts on here in a minute. I love Tony Horton, who did the whole P90X and some of the greatest workouts we've seen. And this machine is just so amazing. I think it was endorsed by like LeBron James and Steph Curry. I started noticing basketball players getting into it. And then I started to actually try it out, and I found out it's like got everything I need. So I'm gonna show you some things this thing can do and some things that I like to do just to keep the strength up. Let's jump in. All right, I'm here and getting ready for a bench press. This is one of the workouts that I do now. Before I had just a standard normal weight bench with all the dumbbells and all that. And I just thought this was another thing like bands or something, and it wasn't gonna be real. But little to my surprise, this thing is really well built, and I'm able to do bench press here. And even you can sometimes get tension going out and coming back. There's so much science they put in this. But anyway, enough talk. Let me show you what we get going. I normally get my bench press all set up, lean back, and then I'm able to hit a little button on here, which turns the weight on. And now I feel the tension. And then I just do a normal bench press here like so, focusing more on my form. And one thing that I really learned about strength is it's not so much, all the weight and all the things that you do, but the form, really keeping your form good and doing it nice and slow so that strength is actually growing. And this is very true in life. The more you do things strong with the right form and stay consistent, you get stronger, able to go through things, able to do things. And so as I do this, it eventually will let me know exactly when it's done. So this is the bench press. And now I want to show you another workout. All right, now here's another strength workout that I really like. It's the decline chest fly. Now, there's a lot of different workouts. I can't show them all, but this is all about strength. And being able to do this to work different parts of your chest, different parts of your body is so important. And because also my shoulders, a lot of tension in my shoulders, being able to make these movements and stay consistent with it is also really good. So I'm gonna show you a little bit how this goes. So I'm gonna turn the strength on and the weight on, and so now it's pulling me back. So then I'm gonna just step into it and pull down here to the center. And what's really good about this is when you're pulling down, you can feel all the strength that is coming, and you can see how important it is to have your form and stay center. And you're going down, but really you're kind of going up, because as you go down, your strength is going up in a different way. And one thing that I really like about this particular workout is when you focus in and you do it right, you feel it all in your shoulders, you feel it all in your back. You even have to plant with your leg and stay grounded. And I love how the ground begins to bring strength to the body when you plant off of it. So this is another powerful workout to build your strength. So again, keep this one in mind. This is another one thing that I do. I'm gonna share another one with you now. Check this one out. Now, as you can see, I've moved things around, and I'm about to do some work on the triceps. Now, many of you know that's the back of your arm here. And what's so interesting about strength and trying to stay strong is people they like to just try to focus on some things that are in the front that everyone can see when they first look at them. But what I've really learned is some of the things that you can't see that really give you the real strength. Sometimes we don't focus on those things that's behind, and that actually is what creates the more well-rounded strength. And this is very true in life, right? Some of the things that are up front that everyone can see, but the real work you do to get strong internally are in the back, or the things that are kind of behind or unseen are the things that really give you that well-rounded strength that really allows you to be so effective. And so let's do this. Let's jump into this. So what I'm gonna do for this one, because it's a different device here on the tonal, I just hit the power on here to turn the weight on. And now, gonna keep my body here kind of firm, and then just pull this down and dig it out here. And this is all on my arms. And just again, being slow, trying to build strength. And this is another workout I really love to do because when you're doing it, you can just feel those arms burning. And imagine all, several sets of these, right? And you're really keeping that form. You're digging all the way down and stretching out and then kind of holding it at the bottom. And oh my God, it starts to burn. So when you're doing this, and when I do it, one thing that I really try to keep in mind is the reward that comes from it. Trying to really get that well-rounded strength throughout your arm, and then ultimately being able to, in day-to-day life, have the strength you need when you really want to make that move. So this is another key one. And so now I'm gonna show you another one that is all about getting stronger. Now this right here, this is working on your legs. And I'm on this machine called the Freak Athlete. And after I play ball, my legs are always burning. But when I can get in here and do this, it builds all my quads. And I have attachments that lets me do the hamstrings. And I got these handles that I can take on and off to help me have my positioning and wherever I'm at. And I can pop this right in here. This machine called the Freak Athlete, I love this. I just got this machine not long ago. And what I like about it is not only can I do traditional exercises like this, I'm gonna show you later some things that it does that works on like your hamstrings and stuff in a unique way, focusing on the whole well-rounded areas of being an athlete. So the reason I really like this is because there's some things that I can't do on other machines and equipment, but keeping your legs strong, it's like your foundation. Now, when I was younger, I would love to go to the gym and just put all the weight on there and just like, boom, like show all that I could. But now as you start getting older, you just want to keep your legs firm and strong so you have a strong foundation. Like if you wanna walk, if you wanna run, if you wanna even skip, some of y'all know what I'm talking about. Like it get tough to do anything as you get older if you're not careful, if you don't stay active. If you don't keep moving, you just lose the strength. This is why you start seeing people falling and missing a step. And so this is something I try to stay focused on heavily. Now, playing basketball is pretty aggressive that, I'm still playing ball and, just, kind of weekend warrior type of playing. But when you do that, it's really tough on your legs and your knees. So what I found is by creating strength in my quads and in other areas around my leg, it takes pressure off of my knees, which is, a lot through playing ball for so many years, my knees have really took a big hit. So all of us got something we're dealing with. Some of us have back injuries, some of us had a fall when we were younger, some of us got in a car accident. It doesn't matter what it is, but if you focus on building the strength around the thing that may have been injured or overworn through, wear and tear, what I found is so amazing that strengthening things around something can bring strength to the thing that's already there, because instead of that particular muscle or joint taking all of the hit, your muscles around that thing starts to say, no, we'll absorb some of that for you. You don't have to put all that on that knee or all that on that joint or that tendon. We'll absorb some of that. And that's why strength is so important, because it allows you to absorb things and not put it all on that thing that is causing you the pain. So this is another thing that I love, creating more strength. And I've shared just a few things, and I'm gonna share one more thing that I love to keep my strength up. Let me show you now. All right, it's time to do some curls. Now, I love getting on my tonal machine, and there's all kind of curls and things you could do, just about every workout you can think of, but it's something about curls that I like to just do kind of the more natural way on both arms. And so I use both legs to actually have some dumbbells, and I can set the amount of weight and just get that going. So I'll come over here and pull these off. And this is, again, my way of doing curls. And so one thing I love about this is you start bringing these up and staying under control. You can feel it all in your muscle, your bicep. A lot of people talk about the bicep most, and they love, kind of flexing their bicep. But the reality is when you do this kind of slow and you bring it up the right way, you'll find out that your strength is just getting stronger and stronger because you're doing it the right way. The more I go up and come down, I start feeling the weight and the strength coming up and down as I move. And so this is one of my workouts that I love, because as you get going, you kind of do some sets of these. Next thing you know, you can tell, like, oh my God, not only am I feeling stronger in my arm, but now it's actually showing on my bicep. This is that thing that, everyone, likes to see. But at the end of the day, it's about the strength. It's about being able to carry things, pick things up. So this is what we want to do. We want to stay strong. And this is the final workout I want to show you about strength, strength, strength. There's so much more I could show you, but it's time to move on to another critical area. Let me explain.